Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the...
All right, I think we're live now. What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? Hope you're having an absolutely amazing Thursday evening. Hope y'all been doing great. For those of y'all that are new to Pre-PT Grind, my name is 𝐏𝐫𝐞. This is 𝐏𝐫𝐶 Coleman. We are both physical therapists. We are PT school acceptance coaches. And our job is to help you as a pre-PT get accepted into physical therapy school without wasting time or money. So if you're following us or watching this and you're a pre-PT, you are applying for the first time, maybe you recently decided that physical therapy is the path that you want to go, or you're wanting to reapply, or you just recently applied and you're like, I don't know what to do. Well, you are following the right platform. And every single week we do a live stream together, just like this one, addressing things that are important to you, but concepts and topics that will help you get closer to that coveted acceptance letter that you've been dreaming about. So tonight we're going to talk about something that's a little different. You'll see it in the title. It doesn't look super flashy. It doesn't look, it's not what you would expect. But I'm telling you right now, if you guys can take what we're about to address tonight and absolutely like run with it, you will be untouchable. And so tonight, what we're going to talk about is something that we've had to really help our students understand. Because if right now, I mean, regardless of where you are in your journey, there's this need, like the fact that you're even listening to this, there's always a need to try to learn something else. Like as pre-PTs, we're always looking for the next hack. Like what's that one thing that I need to figure out? What's that one thing that I need to learn? And if I can learn that, maybe that's why I didn't get accepted into PT school the first time, or maybe that's what I need to help me get into PT school. And so we're going to take that and actually flip it a little bit. And for those of y'all that are live, comment #TeamLive or tag your friends. For those of y'all that are on replay, comment #TeamReplay. And for those of y'all listening on podcast, what's up? Good to see you guys. So let's talk about boredom. So tonight's title is how to leverage boredom to become an irresistible PT school applicant. How to leverage boredom in order to become an irresistible PT school applicant. Why is this so important? So we're going to kind of just talk off the dome, on this tonight, but why this is so important is this. Like we've been in this game for a while. Like we've been doing this online since 2017, but in person since 2014. And we've had a chance to just talk to thousands, literally, like have individual conversations with thousands of students. And one thing is very, very consistent. The one thing that's consistent is that regardless of where students are, and maybe this is you, we always feel like, okay, all right, Joseph, there's something I don't know. There's something else. Like almost like we're always following the attractively new thing that we can do to help our GRE score go up, or the new thing that we can help, use to, hack our way into leveraging our low GPA. We love hearing stories of somebody that has gone from the most ridiculously impossible looking situation to getting accepted into PT school. But there's one thing that we completely ignore in the middle. And if you can start understanding this, and if you can listen to what we're talking about tonight and say, ooh, okay, I'm willing to do that. I'm telling you right now, there is nothing that can stop you as a pre-PT student. Does that make sense? And for you that are watching live or on replay, if you would like us to share that with you, say share, please. Just put share, please, in the comments below if you would like us to share that with you, whether you're watching live or on replay. Let's dive into it. So how to use boredom. All right, Casey, we've seen this a lot, man. Like we see students like whenever we do a master class, right? We do a master class and we show students like what the pathway is, like how to actually take control of their application. We do interviews with students showing how they did it, and it gets so exciting. We have students join our programs and they're excited to get started. Like what happens after that? And why is boredom such a big deal? Like that moment where we're like, oh my gosh, like just studying every single day, just this like why do students not respect the boredom part of it? And why does respecting it, or at least learning how to leverage it, help us get that much closer to our acceptance letter?
Yeah, I think it's just a human thing, probably, because I don't want to be bored. I want the exciting stuff too.
Fact.
You know, when I watch a basketball game or football game, nowadays I watch the highlights because it's the exciting part, or I tune into the last 2 minutes or something because I want to see the exciting part. So I think that has, of course, a lot to do with it. But hopefully to bring you guys some additional value to what Joseph is going to say in a few minutes, I'll probably give you some examples of what I thought was going to be very exciting, but turned out to be, you know, most of it, you know, pretty average or boring for the sake of this podcast or this live stream. So when I was a pre-PT and I saw the PT students in that PT building at Andrews University, and even Joseph's class, the class right before me, walking out, and you guys know how you go from the PT building to the gym, to the orthopedics room. I don't know where I was going or something, but I saw that transition from that class to class all the time. And I was like, man, they must be so cool. PT school is so great. Every time I got to go in that PT building, I was like, this is so exciting. Then I got into PT school and I was like, wait, this is just school. I got to study just like I did as a pre-PT. I got to be disciplined and focused just like I was before. I'm sleeping in class. I'm making jokes in the back. I'm eating snacks just like this is it. This is what's going on. Then the same thing when I had to take the NPTE. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so crazy. I'm going to be so stressed out. Oh my gosh, how do I study for this? It was the same process. Then when I got to be a physical therapist, I was like, oh my gosh, finally doing all this. And it was basically the same thing. So you're going up all these levels and you find out all the same principles apply. All the boring stuff matters more than you think. Yes, you hit that peak of the exciting things, which is important. But then you get there and realize, oh, it's the same thing. Oh, it's the same concepts. I have to do the same things over and over again to be great at this next level. So I was like, what? This is crazy. This is crazy. So the same thing happens even with patients. When they get into, now they might not be excited for physical therapy. They have the opposite feeling, but they have some sort of thing going on in their physiology. Like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And they want these results immediately, just like everybody does, right? And then they get to physical therapy and they're like, what, the same exercises again? I don't want to get on this table, the stairs again. Oh my gosh, we did this 3 visits in a row. And we're like, well, yeah, this is what you're here for. Or, oh my gosh, why is it taking 8 weeks? I thought it was going to take 4 weeks. Well, no, this is what you're here for. So all the boarding stuff across the board for everything and almost everything matters. And lastly, to finish that up, when you were talking about this, what came to mind was that picture that, you know, circles around social media so often with the iceberg, or even sometimes with the people like the first, second, third place trophy. And you see them at the top of the iceberg with all the excitement stuff, but the bottom stuff is all the discipline, the focus, the everything. And that post always gets all these likes, right? All this engagement, all these shares, like, yeah, you right. Y'all wasn't with me shooting in the gym, but when you got to go shoot in the gym, you're like, I don't want to shoot in the gym. I don't want to be focused. I don't want to be disciplined. I don't want to wake up at 6 like Kobe did. Even the athletes who y'all want to work with, they don't want to eat all that stuff to bulk up, and all this, it's all the same. All these examples are the same. So going back to you guys as pre-PTs, why are you any different? You're not. The same principles apply. Like Joseph was saying, all the boring stuff to get where you want to go, it all matters. All the discipline, all the focus, all the studying, all the waking up early, staying up late, not getting too up or too down, all the stuff that you don't want to do or that you push away or that you procrastinate with, all the consistency, all the stuff that everybody hears all the time and thinks are cliches, actually are the bulk of what makes up the tip top of that iceberg, or the trophy, or your interview, or your acceptance. When you guys get your acceptances, you put out your post, oh my gosh, I made it. But of course, you know everything you had to put in there. So that's enough of me rambling and ranting. That's just basically saying it all matters.
Oh, 100%. The biggest thing is that the most obvious things are the things that we don't do, right? We don't want somebody to tell us, hey, retake a class. Like, we don't want to be told that. We want to be told, okay, like I don't want to retake that class that I got a C- in. So what else can I do? Like, what's some cool thing that I can listen, y'all? Like all the students that have gotten in, like if you're still trying to get into PT school, like you have to really just say, what are the things that are boring to me? And why is it that I'm avoiding them? Right? Whether it's studying, like do I have consistency with my studying? Like if I'm struggling to get good grades, this is a boredom issue. Like it has something to do with the fact that we don't have a process or a method to actually consistently get results. If it's the GRE, it's a boredom issue. We don't like going in and actually especially if you're like me, and I hated standardized tests. I was not a fan of the GRE when I was a pre-PT. But the fact that I got to go and study the areas that I suck at in order to get a better score, in order to apply to these schools, that part is boring. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again. So as a pre-PT, are you avoiding the boring stuff? Like, are you avoiding the things that will actually turn you into the person you are? Because what will happen is this. Right now, we're recording this in December. What will happen is that we're going to do, a live masterclass in January. We haven't even announced it, right? And hundreds of students will show up to that. And they will start the year off saying, yeah, I'm going to take control of my career. I'm going to take control of my acceptance. By February, several of them will actually start working with us. They'll be in our coaching program. They'll get excited. They'll start doing the hard work. By March, other students might start to drift off and say, man, I don't have that same that same energy, not realizing that those high points are not what get you closer to your acceptance. They open the way. But it's now saying, okay, I know the path. I have clarity now. If you don't know what you're doing right now and you're stuck and you need some direction, then reach out to us and we got you. But if you have the clarity, then it's saying, okay, how can I set my life up so that I can do the boring stuff day in and day out so that ultimately I can see a result, right? Like Pre-PT Grind right now is a massive platform. This has been a byproduct of Casey and I doing a lot of stuff every single day that y'all don't see. And so it's easy to be like, oh, it's just a bunch of live stream. No, this is a fraction of what we do to really do what we do for you guys. And it's the same thing with you as a pre-PT, so that by the time PTCast opens up, by the time you're submitting your application, you not only have an irresistible application, but when you're telling students, hey, this is how I got into PT school, you're able to also tell them, yo, it was work. It was work. I had days where I did not want to do anything. I had days where I had to rely on other people to motivate me. I had days where I had to rely on my own habits to do it. But I think it's easy for us to talk about the flashy stuff, but we really do also have to talk about the things that every single day will affect your ability to become a strong applicant. I'm telling you right now, if you do not respect the boring stuff, you will have a very difficult time getting into PT school. Because we're going to be spending too much of our energy jumping towards the next thing. And then when application comes, we're like, I don't know what happened. That's the difference. So be okay. First of all, find clarity. If you don't have clarity, reach out to us. We got you. But once you have that, then we have to say, what do I need in my circle to make sure that I'm able to withstand the boring stuff and just show up for myself every single day, regardless of whether it's raining outside, regardless of whether it's sunny outside, and then celebrate the small wins so that I can at least, enjoy it. But ultimately, that will help me become the applicant that I need to be. So y'all, please start embracing the boring stuff. Leverage boredom in order to become an irresistible PT school applicant. If right now you're like, yo, I need to just get some clarity, I need to get some direction, I need to know the stuff I need to be bored about so that I can be a good applicant, go to acceptancenavigator.com. We have a free training there. We will always talk about it because it is the best first step for you as a pre-PT. I'm telling you right now, go watch it tonight and then say, hey, if I need more direction, you can schedule a call with us and we'll go from there. But please, do not assume that it's just the flashy stuff. Ask yourself, what do I need to be doing every single day? Every day I'm just looking for new flashy things. Trust me, you will struggle. But if you're saying, I know exactly what I need to do, or I need to find out what I need to do, and you show up for that every single day, you will be irresistible. You will be the PT school applicant that you've dreamt of, and you'll be that much closer to being a physical therapist. So that's it. Share this with your friends, y'all. Tag somebody that you know needs to hear this, but use leverage boredom to become the applicant that you can be. So let's get it. Casey, anything else before we wrap it up?
Don't do the boring stuff.
Let's get it. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk soon. Bye.